Hello everyone, welcome to my video. My name is Nick Melanson. I own Ridler's Lawn Care LLC, and I wanted to do this video today on starting a lawn care business in 2024 and what you will need to do it. We're going to start with why starting now would be the most vital to your early progression with starting your business. Alright, the reason that it is very vital to start now for your progression is because when you have your advertisement out and ready for everyone, they're going to be able to call you first. Now, if you start mid-season, then they've already picked everyone up to do their yards. They're not going to pick you up. So the best time to start is before the season and the beginning of the season. If their guy dropped off from last year, they're liable to pick you up. If you start mid-season, they're definitely not going to pick you up and you're going to miss out. So start as early as possible. Me personally, I like to have all my ducks in a row. What I mean by ducks in a row is you have all of your equipment, you have your advertisement, you have your advertisement out, and you are just waiting for the calls to come in. Now you can start using your line of credit. If you have good credit, then use that. If that's what you want to do, you can do that. You can also borrow money from family. You could get a loan. You could just plain out borrow the equipment from people and do the jobs, and either basically rent it from them, pay them some of what you've earned or whatnot for letting you borrow the equipment, truck, trailer, it doesn't matter. You can borrow everything if you know the right people. You can even rent the equipment. There's so many different methods to starting a business for a low amount of money that it is very doable. I did it myself. I ended up using credit line, and that's how I did it, and I'm going to go over the things that I bought here in just a second. Alright, so some of the equipment that you're going to need to start right off the get is you're going to need a truck, you're going to need a trailer, you're going to need a mower, you're going to need a blower, you're going to need a weed eater, and you don't necessarily need a push mower and a ride mower, but it is best because you will get into some properties that your ride mower will not fit in the backyard and you may have to push it. I've got plenty of properties like that myself, and it happens all of the time. Alright, we're going to go over right now the equipment that I personally bought my first year. Like I said, I used my line of credit. The mower that I bought was the Exmark Radius S. It is the entry-level commercial grade mower. It is not top of the line, but it is not a mower from Lowe's or Home Depot either. You do not want to cheap out when you are starting your business, because when you cheap out, you will run into problems. Your equipment will only last so long. You won't get as many hours out of a non-commercial mower as you will a commercial. Alright, and that is another topic that I was going to bring up in this, is commercial versus non-commercial versus buying used. Alright, this mower here, when you're buying a new one, when I started, this was a $8,600 mower. I think they're rated at right at $10,000 now. So, I mean, it is a chunk. I paid it off within the first 2 seasons of starting my business. The trailer, I also paid brand new for the trailer. It cost me $4,000. I have my truck. Of course, I'm financing the truck as well, which I had already had that. Let's go up here to the blowers. Now, when it comes to blowers, all right, my blowers are back there anyways. We'll do blowers then. But when it comes to blowers, I only went with the BR 430s. They are not top of the line. Now, they are in entry level commercial grade, just like my mower. And I don't really need the BR 600 or above. I just don't do enough leaves or enough blowing to need one of those. I mean, these work perfect for what I do, and I have no problem with them. They work perfect, outstanding. As far as a little push mower, you don't need one of those 28 to 31 inch push mowers. They don't really do as much more on cutting a yard as you would think. I had 2 of the Cub Cadet 28 inch, and they didn't do, I ended up selling both of them after the first year and went back to a old rinky-dink little Lowe's one because it's lightweight. I can push the yard super fast. I'm not being dragged down by a limited speed from the self-propel system, because they only go so fast, and I'm a fast walker, I'm a fast worker. So I just went back to a regular old rinky-dink push mower. All right, you'll have to have your gas cans, of course. I mean, you're gonna have to have those, one for mixed gas, one for non-mixed, because you're gonna have to fill up your equipment whenever you're out on the site. I don't run with very many of them because I don't need very many. I mean, I don't really do very many yards where I'm just pushing, so my big mower being filled up is plenty for me most times. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the weed eaters now. Weed eaters, do not, I cannot stress this enough, do not cheap out on your weed eaters. I cheaped out the first year and burnt the weed eater out within a half a season. All right, so just go ahead and spend the money. I know they're expensive. They are very expensive. The ones that I have range around $500 to $600 a piece, but they are the best mowers, I mean the best weed eaters that Stihl makes. I have the FS131R. I have the FS131R, and I have the FS111RX. Now, they are very good. They get the job done. I do not overload them. I do not overwork them. Even though I do have some properties where the clients want me to weed eat tall grass, it seems like. They only want to have their yard mowed once a month, which is terrible. I forgot to mention that the blowers are around $500 a piece as well. So you're looking at about 10 grand for a mower if you're going to finance one. You're looking at about $500 for at least one good weed eater if you get a commercial grade weed eater, which I would definitely do it. I would not cheap out whatsoever because that is your lifeline when it comes to a yard. Now, the blowers, like I said, they were around $500 a piece as well. The push mower, I think they're around $250 now, something like that. So starting out, you're gonna run into about $15,000, not including your truck, just to start. Now the price of your truck, that's all dependent upon you on whether or not you get a brand new truck, a used truck, whatever you have. You may have a truck, you might use a car. I don't know what you're gonna do, but make sure to get something that is good, that's not gonna leave you stranded. Now, when you're choosing a trailer, you can buy used on a trailer. I mean, honestly, people sell them every day on Marketplace because they didn't need it after just one season, or they got bigger, or they failed at their own business, whatever have you. You can find a good trailer for around $1,500 on Marketplace. But make sure the tires are good, the axles are good, the brakes are good. Make sure everything on that trailer is good that needs to be good on it, the lights, everything like that. And if if you buy new, you could spend up to $4,500 for one. So it's totally up to you. If you want to save some money, buy one used. All right, now buying commercial versus non-commercial. I would always go commercial. I'm going to argue that to the day that I die. You cannot cheap out when it comes to your equipment because you are going to be spending more of the money that you make in maintenance and buying new equipment if you're not buying proper equipment to begin with. So spend the money from the get good enough equipment that it's going to last you, because it'll pay for itself in the long run, basically. Commercial equipment always does. Now, if you're going to buy used commercial, be careful buying used as well, because my FS131, I have to have the clutch system replaced on it because it was overused from the previous owner. I bought it used, and then, of course, it tore up on me, and it needs a new clutch. New clutches for those cost around $300 for the entire setup, all the way to the front of the shaft. It is a lot of money, but it's well worth it to keep your stuff maintained, so I'll have to spend the money on that before the start of this new season, which I have no problem with that. It's just maintenance. All right, so when it comes to getting your first clients and getting your name out there, the best place to start is your family. Talk to them, see if they will help pay for the yards to be cut. You know what I mean? Because you can't do them for free. Of course, you are a business and you do have an overhead expense. So your family is your lifeline. That is the best place to start. The second best place to start is with advertisement. If you don't get your name out there, you're not going to be seen. Social media is not necessarily the best way to get your name out locally when you are first starting. So what I did was I went and purchased 20 of those little voter signs starting out. And I placed those strategically in front of different neighborhoods and stuff like that, where they wouldn't just get yanked up by the city, because a lot of places, even though you do have the right to advertise, they will just yank them up and throw them away. All right, another great thing that you could do, and of course it does cost, get some door hangers. If you do door hangers, door to door walk, you know what I mean, spend your time, go out there, do it, you will get some calls. And I mean, I've done door hangers any on a rain day. I'm hanging door hangers. I'm putting my name out there. All right, we'll have other videos of doing advertisements and stuff like that to give better ideas, better prices, standpoints on what you should use, what you shouldn't use, because there's many different methods. I mean, you have the US EDDM, the Every Door Direct Mail. That's a good advertisement method to get to thousands of people at one time. But if you can't afford that, then walking them door to door, that's your best bet. Now, the easiest way to do a door hanger, just get your postcards or whatever your advertisement is, do a hole punch yourself, go buy rubber bands, wrap it through it, and hang it on their door. It's easy peasy. Now, I know not everyone is going to do it, but business insurance, you need to have it. You're going to end up throwing rocks through a window. Something's going to happen that you're going to need to use it because you are a business and things happen in life. So, to better prepare yourself and to be better all around, I guess, prepared for different situations that may come up, because you never know what's going to arise. Business insurance, get it. You can't go wrong. Now, if you felt this video was helpful in any way, smash that like button, leave a comment below, let me know what you think, and we'll have more videos up here in the future. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon. It's very sunny out, feels great, it's 50-something degrees, December 29th, I mean, can't go wrong. Just waiting on that springtime to hit. Y'all have a good one.